Hi everyone, Moses here and this is Website Vanilla. Today we're going to learn about Git and GitHub. I'm going to show you how I use Git and GitHub as a solo developer. Mainly I use Git for backups, less so for version control or for collaboration because I just work on my own for personal projects. So join me. I'm using a Mac and I don't have Git installed yet. So I want to show you the whole process of installing Git into your computer and also how to register for GitHub and use GitHub. So how do you know if you have Git installed in your computer? So let's open the terminal window here. I have a shortcut here to open the terminal. But if you don't have the shortcut, you can either use Launchpad and go to and click the terminal window over there, see? Or you can just hit Command Spacebar and just type terminal. Alright, that is if you're using a Mac. But if you're using other operating system, you just open a command line that you use there. It can be PowerShell or any other terminal. So let me type Git to just see if Git installed. If it's installed, it will populate with some commands. If it's not, it will tell me an error message. So you see, now it tells me that Git command requires the command line developer tools, which is not installed yet. So I don't use this installs because this install a lot of other tools that I don't need. So I'm just going to cancel this. And you see no developer tools were found. So alright, so we now know that I don't have Git installed. So the first thing, let's open our browser. And we're going to download Git. So just Google Git. And the first thing that populates should be a Git website. So I'm going to open that. That's the name of the website. So I'm using a Mac. Automatically it has detected my system. But if you use Windows or Linux, you can just open your downloads and you see version for Mac, Windows, and Linux. So I'm just gonna download one for Mac because I'm using a Mac. Download for Mac. Now there are so many ways of installing Git into your system. You can use a command line. See there, Homebrew. You have a lot of other options. You can use Xcode, or you can use an installer. So I'm gonna use this. I think this is one of the easiest way for me, binary installer. So I'm just gonna click here. The latest version is 2.33. Click that. It's gonna open a page that's gonna install. So automatically my download will start. Alright, it's downloading. So once it downloads, we are going to install Git into our computer. Alright, it has installed over there. So I'm just gonna double click to open this. It's opening up. Alright, now I have that. I double click to open. You can just close all these other windows here. Alright, you might get this message saying that Mac OS cannot verify that this app is free from malware. You just have to, you can say okay, and then go to Settings, System Preference, and then if you go to Security and Privacy, you see this, it shows you the app was blocked. So you can just say open anyway, and it will prompt you to enter your admin credentials. So I'll just enter my admin credentials here. Alright, and then I can just say open. And if you use other systems, you might not get this error. Just allow you to install straight. Alright, so now I'm installing Git. Continue, install. Alright, they want admin password again. Alright, installation was successful. Close. Move to Flash, that's okay. You can just close all these other windows. Now, when I go back to my terminal, Now if I just type the command again, git, it should show me that git is installed. You see all those commands. But before that, you might need to quit your terminal and open the terminal again, just to refresh, and type git. You should see now that it has been installed, and you see all those git commands. All right, we are not going to learn each and every of these commands here, but I'm going to show you a few basic commands that I've been using for the past maybe 3, 4, 5 years. You don't need to know all of these commands. All right, so that's the first step. We have our git installed. I can just quit the terminal now. Now next, we need to register a GitHub account. How do we do that? You can just go to github.com. All right, and then sign up. All you need to have is an email address. So we're going to sign up. All right, enter your email. Now you may notice that GitHub now has a new website. It looks a bit different. All right, my email address is website vanillapro@gmail.com. All right, say continue. They want my password. All right, I'm going to put my password there. Continue. Username. All right, also my username, I'll just say website vanilla. Let's see if this, okay, this username is available. Awesome. Continue. Would you like to receive products? I'm just going to say yes. Continue. Verify your account. Please solve this puzzle. All right, start puzzle. Spiral. All right, that one. All right, I've verified my account. By the time you see this video, the process might be different for you. So, but this is the process for me as of recording of this video. So create account. All right, I don't save the password now. Okay, you're almost done. We sent a launch code to website vanillapro@gmail.com. All right, so let me go to my email now and enter that code. So I'm just gonna go to my Gmail account. All right, you see the first email there from GitHub. I open that. I just copy this code. Then I'm gonna paste there. All right, after verifying our email, you can go ahead if you want and try to do all that customization, but it's gonna take some time. I'm just gonna go and skip personalization. I think these are the stuff you can do even later. So I'm gonna click here, skip personalization, but be free if you want to play around there. So skip personalization, and this should take me straight to my dashboard. All right, so here is my dashboard. So already we have Git installed on our system, and then we have already created our GitHub account. All right, and you can navigate here, and then you can see here if you click, this is my username, website vanilla, and I can see my profile, my repositories, code spaces, projects, and the rest. All right, so how do you start now using GitHub and Git?